Thank you. It's great to be back here in the House, and I want to thank Hakeem for the great job he has done and constantly does against this big, ugly bill. Now, as Republican Congress members went home after voting for the bill, they got a huge amount of flack because the more the public knows about this bill, the less they like it. And so many of them said, well, I didn't like that part. I didn't like this part. I didn't even read the bill, some of them say. Well, now is their opportunity to make the changes that they told their constituencies that they don't like in the bill. The bottom line is, what is a Congress member's core power embodied in the Constitution? The power to vote. And they ought to exercise that power to vote this afternoon, because it's a unique opportunity to change this bill. If it's because they didn't technically provide the right bill to pass the Senate, it has to be sent back to the House. And if even a handful of Republicans vote no this afternoon on the rule, they will have that opportunity. They will have the opportunity to change the vicious cuts on Medicaid that hurt so many, that will close rural hospitals in many of their districts. They have the opportunity to restore the tax credits on clean energy, because if they don't, it's going to affect their districts. At least in the Senate, 70%, 75% of the clean energy projects are in Republican states. And I imagine it's not that dissimilar in terms of districts. If they want to stop the vicious cuts to SNAP, if they want to prevent the billionaires from getting tax credits, whatever they went home and told people they didn't like, and a few of them said they didn't even read the bill, and many of them whispered to each other, we didn't know this was in the bill, particularly on the energy tax credits, which was done at the dark of night because Chip Roy and his right-wing Texans just have a religious hatred of clean energy. So now's the time. This is a golden opportunity. If they really mean what they say and they want to change the bill, this is their golden opportunity. Don't throw the key away. Don't shrug your shoulders a second time and say, well, there were things I liked in the bill and didn't like. This is the chance to change it. And I say, and we say, to every Republican Congress member, this vote shows if you're real when you said you want to scale back clean energy, when you said you don't like the Medicaid cuts, when you said the SNAP cuts are too deep, when you said the court's powers of contempt should not be taken away. If you're real about it, if you're not just BSing your constituents, vote no, and then you have an opportunity to change the bill.
Thanks, Chuck.